are back in the UK. We've been back actually for a little while. Children are back at school now, which is just so weird after spending 7 weeks with them. But I am trying to focus on getting stuff done. I mean, look how much the olive trees grew while we were away. Like, they've grown so much. We've got some tomatoes coming through, some if I can move my finger that way, some cucumbers coming through. We're still waiting on the chili peppers, but I'm away to go and harvest some of the peas. They have dried on their stems, so I'm away to go and peel them off and harvest those for next year. We've also got some great projects. I'll turn you around to show you, but I'm still in my summer dresses, even though it's like 16 degrees, but I'm making a point of wearing my summer dresses as long as possible because it's going to be autumn very, very soon. I can feel it in the air. Let me prop you down here and I'll show you. Can you see from there? I'm not sure if you will, but these are the pea pods. So we've got some peas that are still, can you see that there? Some that are still okay for eating. But the rest have all sort of dried and they've gone like this. Let me take one off and show you. So they've dried and they've gone like this, and then inside, they kind of rattle inside. Inside the peas, can you see that there? The peas have all dried and are ready for saving for next year. I'll put them in the house and get them to dry a little bit more before putting them in the freezer, but they will be perfect for sowing next year. I'll just pop them, let me take you off of here. I will just pop them in the freezer once they're completely dried out in a brown paper bag in the freezer, and then next year I'll take them out, put them in a dish, fill it with water and let them soak the water. Oh, there's a wasp. There's a wasp. Let them soak the water up well, there's loads of wasps. Let them soak the water up and then plant them out. But we have had loads of weeds as well as produce. So down here, so these are the peas, if you didn't see it very well in that one. So we have still got some that are edible, and then the rest have sort of dried like this, and then inside they're all drying. These ones need a little bit more drying out inside, and they'll look a bit like this after a day of drying. So I will take them in to do. But look, my courgettes have kind of, what do you say, cucumbers there. My courgettes are a little bit bigger than they should be before you pick them. Oh, they're spiky. You should pick them when they're about this size to get most of the flavour. Look at the size of that one. I mean, it's massive and something's already started nibbling it. But look at the size compared to my hand. Oh, I can get in through these spiky leaves. I mean, it's massive. It's so big. So that probably won't be very tasty in terms, it'll just be watery. But we've got lots of sprouted. I mean, these are my radishes. They have completely gone. They're ready to come out. Let's pull that one out. Look at the size of that beauty. So that'll be delicious. I'm going to harvest all those. My kale is doing really well. If there's anyone local that likes kale, I have got lots of it that I can share with you. But I'll blanch it and then I'll freeze it down, and it'll do perfectly for putting into anything, any curries or any stir fries that I'm doing. But I need to obviously harvest all that because I mean that's loads. So that's good. Our onions are doing well. Look at the amount of weeds though. I need to really, really look. Our parsnips are doing well. Our red onions are coming along nicely, but I mean I need to do a lot of work. I need to spread these out a bit. These are giant onions, but they are quite close together, but I didn't get a chance to do it before I left, so I've still got that to do. So there's been a lot of rain, and there's been bumper growing of both weeds, like these, weeds and plants. So I need to do some work in here over the next few weeks. I also need to just clean up the greenhouse, cut the ivy back, which grows on the other side of the wall. I need to cut that back because it's affecting the light getting into the greenhouse. I need to do that. I need to pick some of my sweet peas. Sweet pea flowers are looking lovely, but I need to pick some of the flowers and take them inside, because the more you pick, the more they grow. So I've got some lovely ones here, beautiful colours. I'm also going to be doing, so if I walk along here, ignore my painting crocs. This section here is going to be patio, hopefully by next year. And we're knocking through this window here, knocking through that and making it a door, and then putting a patio out to here and then onto the grass. So this all needs to be position so I don't lose my plants. And this is quite overgrown anyway, but I'm going to put that into the woodland because it's quite a nice ground cover. These are just stunning, absolutely beautiful. And look how good they are for the wildlife. I mean, look how many bees there are on there just now. So I'm going to try and reposition them before they... I don't know if they self-seed or if there's actually some, because we cut them down every year. I'm not sure if they actually self-seed, but I know that these do. So I need to dig them out and put them because they're already going to seed pods, look. So I have tried in the past to spread the seeds myself and it hasn't worked. But it has. These were only here when we first moved in and look, they're here, over encroaching the path and everything. So they've obviously spread themselves to there. So I need to move these into the forest area, into this area here. So hopefully when it does seed, it'll self-seed into there. I also want to get my, let's see if I can find it. So my hydrangeas are now past the flowering stage, and you have to wait until the flowers are completely, excuse my nails because I've been scrubbing things in the garage. Yes, now the flowers have passed. I'm going to dig them out and reposition them. It can take up to 9 years, or 8 to 9 years until they flower again if you move them before the flowers come out. But because I've moved them, I'm hoping to move them now the flowers have passed. I'm hoping to save them, but I've got so much work to do. I mean, look at this. Oh my word. Lots of lovely grasses as well. I'm going to try and dig all this out. I say I am going to try and dig this out. I think I'm going to require some help from some mussels. So I think I'm going to sort of plan it out and do some myself, and then feign difficulty and rope in Steve to help. But I mean, this always gets cut down every year back to nothing and then grows again. But because we're hoping to have a patio on here, it might not be done by next year by the time they actually flower again, but I just want to make sure that I don't miss out on transferring things. I've got some more of those lovely balls over there as well. Look, there's some lovely peonies along here too. So I've got all that to do before autumn comes. Well, that's the plan anyway, before autumn comes or before they've seeded. Don't know if I'm going to manage, but even if I get some, then they'll self-seed and create more the next year. So even if I get some transferred, I'll be saving some of it. But I remember when I first moved in, this one here, when I first moved into the house, I got a gift of a bunch of flowers of these, and I put them in my windowsill, just here, in the kitchen window here. And I was washing my dishes probably 2 weeks after we moved in, and the flowers were still going strong, and I looked out my window and this was a sea of orange, because orange is kind of gone now, but this is a sea of orange when it's out in bloom before they turn to seed pods. And I remember looking, and that was the realisation that I was like, oh my word, I've got these flowers as a gift and I've got them in my garden. Like, it completely blew my mind, like the fact that we'd gone from a 1-bedroom flat. So going from a 1-bedroom flat where you had you had a garden, but it's a shared garden, but you had no flowers, no anything, to then think, that's my garden. It's mind-blowing. It's funny how though you forget that. So like, you think about that at the time and how appreciative you were when you moved in, of thinking about the gardens and everything. And it's so difficult now to remind yourself how lucky, I mean, I obviously know and appreciate how lucky I am, but you only see jobs. Like, you see, like here, I'm like, I need to do that, I need to cut that down, I need to transfer that. But you see the jobs that need done in the house, and you've got to constantly remind yourself how lucky. Obviously you appreciate it and you know how lucky you are, but it's very difficult when you're renovating a house to keep motivated and to appreciate what you have and not what you still have to do in terms of jobs. Because the garden, I mean, it's an acre worth of land and it's a lot of work, and we haven't kept on top of it. We've got plants. Let me show you some of these trees. Like, some of these trees are so overgrown now. They were tiny when we moved in, but you can, I mean, just looking around, I should really give you a wee tour of the garden, but I mean, it's not looking its best now because the summer sort of passed, but there's a lot of work to do. We planted, the only 2 trees that we planted were this one, which was planted when Barclay was born, not when he was born, sorry. It was planted when Bartley had his christening. So what I did was, it was a small tree, it's a cherry blossom, small little tree, and we bought it for his christening, and everyone tied on little messages for him as a 3-month-old baby, tied little messages on him for his future, and we tied it onto the tree at his christening. And then we did the same for Grace. So this tree here is also a cherry blossom tree, and it was for Grace's christening. So those are the 2 that we have planted in the garden, but the rest they were all so small when we first moved in. These were all so well maintained and so small, but it's kind of growing. It's definitely grown a lot, and I try very hard, come out with a cup of tea and appreciate the whole thing, because obviously we are very, very thankful and very appreciative of the house that we live in, and that the fact that children grow up in this. Don't get me wrong, we really appreciate it all and feel very lucky, but at the same time, you see jobs. You only see jobs, and you've got to try really hard to think of the garden itself and not of the jobs you got to do, because I mean, it's a never-ending task. But we love gardening, and now the children are a little bit older, we're getting more of a chance to do it. But anyway, I'm going to go and head inside. I'm going to add all of this onto a vlog, and I think you're going to see a future me filling in all the gaps for this vlog, and then we'll get back to normal practice again. So this is so funny. Grace and I stood and watched this. Let's see if I can find the one that's making that noise. So Grace and I stood and watched this yesterday for ages. The bees go inside the flowers and then they kind of get stuck. Let me turn you around. Look how many bees there are here. This was maintained, but we've left it to go wild because they've got some beautiful wild flowers in here. But the buzz coming from here, Grace and I sat for ages because there was one bee had gone inside quite a closed flower. Let's see if I can find one that's in the same, but I can hear it. Can you hear them? I'll be quiet so you can listen to it. Yeah, bee had gone inside one of the closed flowers and the buzz was just like amplified. I mean, how beautiful is that? These are lovely to cut as well. They don't last long once they're cut, but they're lovely to have inside because they smell amazing.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away.
So I'm inside. I decided when I was halfway through doing that I would be best to wait for the children to do the rest, because we did some together. These are how dried they go. After they've been inside for a little while, they start to dry. Those ones are those ones are the most recent. See how they're still a little bit round? These are the ones that have been drying for about a week. See how dried up there? So they will freeze really nicely. You don't want to freeze them when they've got a little bit of moisture in them. So I'm going to go and peel all these. So some of these, even though it's dry, still need a bit of time to dry. So I'll dry them inside. But let me find one that's perfectly dried. So hear the rattle? Hear the rattle inside, and then the peas inside are pretty much dried themselves. I'm still going to leave them in here to dry a little bit longer. But yeah, it's strange having the children back at school. I really miss them. Like, I really miss them. The first day, when they first came back after the first day, Grace just sat and cuddled me. Like, obviously they'd missed me so much. And I was like, did you miss me? And she's like, yes, Mummy, I really missed you. Bartley's quite none the wiser, to be honest. Like, Bartley's quite relaxed about it all, but Grace really missed me as well, and I really miss them when they go back. But they had a great time. Things are pretty much the same as they were. Watch this dress. On holiday I wore it with a strapless bra, but today I was like, I don't want to not be wearing straps. I want to have straps on, but you've got to really watch. I maybe should put on a little top underneath. I apologise for flashing you.
And I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today.
I was going to show you, oh yes, I was going to show you little containers. I'll show you them just now. Little containers that Mum had in the apartment, and I was like, oh, I really like those, because whenever I open like a pack of ham or Parma ham on a Friday night after movie night, we open a pack of Parma ham. I always have to use a big container to slide it in, but then it takes up so much room in your cupboard. But this container, these are like thin containers. Let me show you them. I'm just finished. I've just got 2 more peas to shell, and I'll show you them. Oh no, I've just shelled it into the wrong bowl. I have to pick out all the peas. Those ones are really still edible, but they will dry nicely in the heat of the kitchen. Let me show you the last one. Yeah, this one's pretty much, I think I could probably eat these. Yeah, I can. Oh, lovely. They still taste delicious. A bit drier maybe than they were a couple of weeks ago. Bartley picked a whole pack for us to get in the car on the way down to Glasgow, and they were really good. They're a little bit drier, but it still tastes good. Let me show you the containers. Where did I put them? I put them away. Oh, here they are. So, how cool are these? I did say to Mum, oh, could you get the same colour? But actually, it's better to have different colours, so then you can have them for different items. But they only had like 2 of one colour, so it would have been mismatching anyway. But how good are they? They seal completely. You just got to unclick there and then come apart for washing. But they've got an edge here that goes into a little groove there, so they're completely sealed. And how amazing is that for stacking in your fridge? Really good. There's no branding. Oh yeah, there is. Tatay, Tatay, made in Spain. Oh, you can actually microwave and put in the freezer. No way. Dishwasher safe, obviously, food safe. But look, you can put them, can you see that? Let me take you a bit closer. Can you see? Oh, right, I'll turn you around. So obviously dishwasher safe and food safe, BPA free. Micro, up to 100 degrees maximum. And then freezer, minus 40 degrees. Well, that is really, really good. That's excellent. Anyway, I'll show you the peas. So these are the ones I harvested today. So we've got some that are completely dried out, like these ones. Again, excuse my nails. And some that are still needing to be dried inside. These are the ones that we did before we left. So they had about 4 weeks of drying out. They're completely dry, completely rattled. These are the ones we did at the weekend. So there's quite a few little ones in there. So they started to dry, but still got a bit to go. And then these are the ones from today. And we've got loads more. I mean, this is a ridiculous amount of pea plants. Each one of these gives a plant. So, I mean, that's a ridiculous amount. But some of them have just passed. They've gone over while we've been away. We would normally have completely devoured those while we were here. But we've obviously missed the boat for quite a lot of them. So I will put these to dry. And then I can share them with family and friends. And they can grow their own peas. This year, we just shared with my brother and sister-in-law and my mum and dad. But next year we can hand them out as gifts and people can grow them in their gardens and get some peas themselves. It has turned out to be such a sunny, lovely day. I'm in Aberdeen. I'm away to go and have lunch with one of my best friends and bridesmaids. And I'm going to be trying on some shoes for being a bridesmaid to my other bridesmaid. So we're going to make the most of it and have a nice lunch at the Braided Fig in Aberdeen. Never been before, but I'm looking forward to trying it out. I'm wearing the dress with my sandals, and I've got this lovely basket bag that I actually got from Shein, but I found it on Amazon for cheaper, so I will link it. It's one that you saw in my vlog, the part of the vlog from Portugal. So I will pop it in the description box down below so that you can buy one too, but I got it for cheaper from Amazon, so I bought one from there as well for Grace for her birthday. So I'm just walking along here. I think it's on this street, Summer Street in Aberdeen, but it is glorious and the sun is shining. But I'm a little bit early, so I'm going to go and do the toilet before Emma comes, because I know fine I'm not going to want to leave and I want to stay and get caught up with her. I don't want to have to run off to the toilet, so I'm going to go and pop into the toilet before she arrives. And this is it here, the Braided Fig. It's on Summer Street. This is Summer Street here. It's a one-way street coming down this way in Aberdeen. And this is where I'm going in for my lunch. It looks lovely. Nice outdoor seating area. I think we're sitting inside. So this is where we're going for lunch. So I've just finished my pee and I've just sat down at the table. But look how amazing. There's a tree inside with lights on it. It's amazing. I'm just waiting for Emma to come just now, a bit early, as I said. But isn't that just stunning? It's just beautiful. So I'm going to go and do my test and protect. This is what we have in Scotland. You scan the QR code to check in where you've been. I think they keep hold of your info just for a little while in case something untoward happens, and they can let you know. I'm just going to sit here and wait for Emma to arrive and do that, and then she won't be long before she comes along.
And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the
such a lovely evening. The sun is just setting and we're out in the garden. I have been harvesting more peas. The children were helping me, but they've taken the peas that we did get, like my gardening crocs. I've taken the peas that were still okay. I've got a few more in here. And they are eating them on the trampoline at the moment. So they're currently doing that. Steve, as you will hear, is cutting the grass. But I'm just taking a moment to breathe and take it all in and appreciate the garden, like I was saying earlier. It's so difficult when you're busy doing jobs and you're busy planning the jobs to actually sit back and watch. I've just been watching the bees busily on that lovely flower, on the lovely flowers that I showed you earlier, and they're still busy at it, doing it this time of night. So I've just been taking it all in. Look at the size of my courgette. I've harvested now. Look at the size. It's far too big. This one's a little bit better. That's the sort of size that you kind of want it to be, because it'll be a lot sweeter. So I'm glad I got one that's an okay size. This one is just a monster, far too big, and it's already started to be nibbled. Look, so that one will still be good. I'll still use it, but this one will be much better. This is the radish that I harvested earlier. I'm going to harvest a couple more, but I'm going to leave them until I'm ready to eat them. And I'm just going to carry on tackling here. This one, this pea still had some lovely flowers on it, so I might get some pea pods from that yet. Again, because usually they're not finished at this time of year, but they seem to be sort of past it already. But I'm hoping that that'll give me some more pea pods before the end of the season for the children to nibble when they're out playing in the garden, which is, we're going to have loads next year. I think what I'm going to do is, at the start when I'm going to be planting my peas, I am going to make up little packs for their friends and for family, and I'm going to post. So if you would like one, pop a comment box below, and I will post you out some peas next year. And then you will have them ready to soak. You won't have to store them. I'll store them in my freezer, and then you just soak them and plant them, and then you'll have some peas, and we'll be able to see how well they do. If we can get people from all over the country, that would be so good, because then we can see how well they grow at different locations. Because I think in warmer climates you might get a little bit more growing, but the harvest has been quite plentiful, so I'm going to go and give the children the last of the green ones to eat on the trampoline, and then I might head in for a cup of tea, might have a bath. Steve's cutting the grass, as you can see behind me, but look at the bees still busily working away at this beautiful flower. Don't even know what it's called, I just love it. It's stunning. So you've noticed maybe in the previous section from today that my radishes I'd left to go to seed. I've picked some of them, and these other ones have gone to seed, and I've just taken them off the plant. I checked online, so you want to wait till they get to sort of mature pods like this, and then you want them to dry out. You can leave them on the plant to dry out, but because I'm harvesting the other stuff, I've decided to take them off. I'm going to pop these in the greenhouse to dry out, and then the inside should go brown. Just now you can actually eat them when they're at this sort of stage, but I'm going to wait till they dry out and they should turn brown. Inside just now is quite green. Let me find one to pop. It's quite green inside. The seeds inside are quite green. See them there? Again, ignore my nails. I've been doing gardening and scrubbing and everything. Yeah, so they're quite green, but these ones I should be able to dry out in the greenhouse, and they should turn brown, and then I will be able to test. Apparently you put them on paper towel, a few, say 10 seeds, and then test your germination rate to see how many germinate, to know how many to keep. So I'm going to put this pile into the greenhouse, and then I'll have radishes to share too. Good morning. We are down in Comrie in Perthshire. It is my Auntie Sheila and my Uncle Gibby's 50th wedding anniversary, golden wedding, amazing. And we are all ready to head along. I won't be vlogging at the time, but I might take little sneaky peeks. Their house is just stunning, so maybe I'll be allowed one time to come down and just do a vlog with their house. Absolutely stunning, beautiful location as well. Anyway, I'm all ready. I'm wearing a little Shein number, a little spotty number. We are staying in a little Airbnb along the road. I'm wearing a little Shein number just for today. It's strappy, even though it's raining at the moment, but it's just a lovely floaty number. Wearing some sandals, ignore the IKEA bag that took all their bedding. IKEA sandals and a lovely floaty dress. And my hair is just curled to the side, got a little clip.
Sheila Sheila, she loves country dancing, bridge and books to read. Walking, talking, gardening, nu fit about Gibby. Golfing, skiing, puzzles and tunes, he likes his gardening too.
Such a wonderful weekend to celebrate Gibby and Sheila. Children had this great treasure hunt that led them to the log shed for a prize, and how good was that song from Right Here Productions? Amazing. Good morning. I have been hopeless at vlogging. I've been busy doing birthday prep this week, and I've got little snippets which I will pop in that have been random. I've basically just filmed them when I've been doing them. I've just had tomato soup, which you can probably tell, and I'm on my way to go and start on the cake. It's slightly different this year. We are doing a lower key birthday with only the people from Bartley's class, just to stay safe. We're back at school. We don't want to go into a lockdown. So we have invited just the boys in his class and their siblings. So it's a smaller number. They're at a small school. So in total, it's 12 people, including Barclay and Grace. So that is a great number to be able to give them good gifts as well, which is always a good thing. Children love that sort of thing at parties. I'm sorry, I apologise for being the worst vlogger. I will get back into it. Once I get this video, which has got all the bitty bits, once I get this video, which has got all the bitty bits put together, then I will get back to my normal vlogging routine. Is that the right word? Yeah, vlogging routine. I think it is vlogging routine. Out of practice. So I will get back to doing that. It's flattering Shein dress. It's long, it's got like a split, but it's so super comfortable. Yeah, I need to get my denim jacket from home because I think this would look really nice with a denim jacket on, but I just put this on this morning because it started to rain when I went out to do the school run, which is not ideal. Anyway, I need to get going. I need to do the cake. I won't vlog doing the cake because I did that in my first vlog, was Barclay's birthday. So that is a year that I've been on YouTube, which is quite a milestone. That is quite exciting. I do love birthdays and milestones and anniversaries. So yeah, happy 1 year on YouTube for me. So I won't vlog doing the cake because it's exactly the same as the last time. It's pretty much the same as the last time, but I'll show you it once it's finished. But I have got instructions of what he wants, although he's easy to please. Grace's cake's going to be the difficult one. Yeah, but his one's quite easy. He just wants a camouflage cake, but camouflage with the colours of his birthday balloons. So easy. I say easy. I better get started because I've only got a few hours. What time is it now? It is 11:45. So I've got 3 hours to finish it. Easily done. Very easily done.
Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke.
Good morning. I am up and dressed. I still need to make the bed. I am wearing the same dress because it's so comfortable and it's so easy to take on and off, which is important for today because I am being treated to a hot stone massage by one of my besties. So we are going, I'll just tie my hair up in a bun. I'm putting a little bit of makeup though because we're going out for lunch afterwards. So kind of getting the balance between putting my head into a massage table and going out for lunch, but I'll top it up. I've just put a little bit on and I'll take the lipstick with me and I'll top it up after lunch. I'll need to tie this back up again because it's falling out, but I haven't bothered doing my hair. It'll just tie up and be loose, and then I've got on the comfy dress. So yes, we're heading away for that today. So yeah, sorry this vlog has been lots of little snippets of different things. Once this one's done, it'll be back to normal. I'll do the birthday vlogs, I'll do Bartley's birthday in a separate one and Grace's one in a separate one, and then that'll be over the holidays. So I will get those out as separate vlogs and then we'll be back to our normal routine, normal vlogging routine. So yeah, I better go because I need to make the bed and tidy up the breakfast dishes and then head off for a hot stone massage and a lovely lunch. And then I think we're going to mooch around the shops as well. Going to have a little look around at different things. So that'll be really good as well. I'm really excited. I have never had a hot stone massage before. So this will be really good. So yeah, I hope everyone else is having such a good day as well.
that will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade, feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
Well, that was amazing. I am feeling so chilled and so relaxed, and I absolutely loved spending that time with Nikki. It was just so lovely. I'm now sitting with a cup of tea and trying to motivate myself to go and do birthday prep for Grace's birthday now. I need to get motivated, because that is why having the birthdays close together is good, because you're in birthday mode and you just keep going until you're completely done. So finish this cup of tea and then get started. But I just feel so chilled and so relaxed. It was the best thing, and it was exactly what I needed. And I think I'm going to sleep very, very well tonight, that's for sure. Getting there. These roses are going to be given as gifts, and these ones I'm going to put on that wrought iron thing I was talking about. This is not done yet. I need to put the boxes away once I finish hanging all the bits, and then I've got some gingery gold like garlands, and the same with the gingery happy birthday as well, which gets reused every year. Right, we'll go finish this off.
Been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up our love friends, fill up Decor to Snippets because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
Good afternoon. It is Grace's birthday today, and I'm all dressed up because we're going to go out for lunch to celebrate. Because at the end of the day, it's our celebration too, celebrating her being born. So we started this, I think, the first year that Grace was at school on her birthday, and we just felt, you miss them because obviously you love spending time with them. But I remember as a child loving having my birthday on a school day, because then all the attention was on you. So Grace is feeling very much the same. Don't know where she gets it from. It's clearly her father. Anyway, I bought myself a gift. Well, I say I bought myself a gift. This was bought to arrive before the birthday party on Saturday, and it only arrived yesterday, so I'm going to open it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to love it. It's just a cheap, I say cheap, £55 from Dunelm, and it's a little runner for the hallway. The hallway's not been renovated yet, so it kind of looks a little bit drab. So this is just to sort of brighten it up. I'm going to be very careful using a knife at the top just to ease off the sellotape. So it's just a little gift to brighten up the hallway until we renovate it, because it gets a little bit, you start getting a little bit fed up of the rooms that you haven't renovated in it. So this will hopefully brighten up that room. I haven't seen what the actual sisal looks like, because it's sisal on the inside and then I've gone for a natural, you get the outer coating in natural or grey. I've gone for the natural colour. It says you have to keep this label if you wish to return, so I have to be careful. I'm trying very carefully to direct this away from the label. Off with her birthday badge on this morning and her sparkly headband, all excited about the fact it's her birthday today, and it'll be pizza for dinner tonight, which is her favourite. So she will have that for her dinner as requested. And I'm just so excited for her, because I remember loving my birthdays when I was that age, so I'm hoping that she does too. Right, that's like sort of unwrapped. It's not the easiest thing to get into, that's for sure. Wrapped around. Oops, I dropped you. Let me pop you back up. You're just balancing against my mulberry bag, and you're on the stool. Oh, that's a bit too high up now, isn't it? Grace wants to leave all the decorations up until her birthday's finished. So tomorrow I'll get them all cleared away, and then we'll get the Halloween autumn sort of decorations down from the loft when we put all these pom-poms and everything back up into the loft. Steve goes crazy because it takes up like 4 large storage boxes. But I've used them since her first birthday, so it's definitely worth it. Oh, I like it. Somebody, one of the comments said that the sisal was quite green, and it has got a little bit of a tinge of green, and I'm hoping that it'll look okay. Let me just check. Yeah, it does look a little bit green, you see? It's got a little tone of that, but I actually really like it. And apparently it's really good for mud as well, because the mud just dries on it, and then the mud just dries on it, and then it can be brushed off. But that's what it looks like, and it's quite long, but it has got... it's quite reasonable, I think, £55, and it's 2.4 metres long, which is great for that hallway. A lot of the ones I looked at were hundreds of pounds, so this is going to be ideal because it's going to get ruined, let's face it, at the back door of a country home in the winter. It'll stop the mud getting dragged into the boot area, and then obviously it'll contain the mud a little bit better. But it has got a little bit of a green tinge, but not as bad as what people say. It's a little bit greener than it's showing up on the screen. And then I love the natural trim on it. It definitely is lovely. You do get the grey as well, but I just liked how the natural looked. Let me lay it out and show you. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, I'm delighted with it. It'll make such a difference to that hall. I'll just take away the brown tiles a little bit more. Let me take you down and show you. Oh, so this is it here. Go a bit closer so you can see it's not showing up as green on the camera as it actually is in real life, so it is a lot greener, so I can see what people were meaning, but I think that's going to look absolutely gorgeous in the back hall just to cover up. Let me go and hoover the back hall and then I'll put it in situ and show you what it looks like. At the back door I have great plans of panelling in here and carrying through the panelling from the kitchen into here. However, for just now, the practicality of these tiles is amazing. Much easier to clean, much more hard wearing than any for football boots and rugby boots and all that. So I do love the practicality of the tiles. However, coming into the winter months, we've got a little mat there. I need to reposition that. But this area gets completely covered in mud. And this sisal, apparently the mud soaks in, but then it dries, and then you basically can just brush it off or hoover it off. So my plan is hopefully that this will help to collect and make this less dangerous because it becomes very slippy. So I'm away to go and get something to weight down the corners here. And then we're going to head out for a lovely lunch to celebrate Miss Grace turning 7. I need to find something heavier later, but I've got a full celebrations tub weighing down one corner and 2 lots of pasta weighing down the other. I'm going to go and spray this on it. It's just a Clark's protector for leather and suede, and it also does fabric as well. So I'm going to go and spray the trim, and then that'll hopefully make it a little bit easier to clean, and it'll be protected just that little bit better than if I left it on its own.
dance when no one knows just how we want it. We want it. Going left, going right. Doesn't matter tonight, just how we want it. We want it. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
We're just out for our walk while Grace is at our ballet and our tap. I've just picked some of these. I think they look really, really nice. They're just on the edge of the road here. So I think they're going to look lovely in a little vase with maybe other sprigs of things, but even on their own. Don't know if you can get the idea of what they look like, but I just think they look really nice. Some of them have got some seeds on them, and the rest have sort of lost their seeds. But they'll be ideal for a bit of a tablescape to sort of mix up. Oh, an aeroplane. Someone going on holiday or coming home from holiday. Hi. Yeah, I really like them, so we're going to take them home with us. I'm going to carry on walking and get back in time to pick Grace up from her class. Good afternoon. It is the day of this vlog going live, so I am just feeling very autumnal with my welly boots and my woolly jumper. I'm heading out to the garden to get some autumn leaves and some autumn things like this tree here. It's got some beautiful autumn leaves. I'm going to pick some of them. And I'm going to do a little tablescape. Children and I have pressed some leaves. That'll be in the next vlog, and we do something with them. So I think that'll be something we do over the October holidays as like a little craft, turn them into little ghosts. But for just now, I am just going to pick little bits of this and turn my table into sort of an autumnal scape. I bought some pumpkins at Aldi this morning. So I'm going to go give them a wash as well. I think I'm going to put them outside underneath my trees at the back door. Back door is, I don't like the back door, but we're going to make it look as nice as possible. And yeah, going to do that just now and finish off this vlog. But let's get started by picking some nice autumnal, I say autumnal, how many times can I say autumnal? Autumnal leaves and little bits that can go really well on my table to make it go from summer to autumn. But it's a really sunny day today, but it's cold. It's about 9 degrees, so this is just feeling so lovely. And I'm getting all the winter, well, autumn vibes, but the sun is shining. I'm just sitting in the, what was sunshine, sun's just gone behind a cloud, but it's so bright. I have got my little haul of loads of different things. I've picked these white berries, which I think are more Christmassy, but I've got red berries that I'll use at Christmas, and I just think they look beautiful. And some of them have been eaten already, which is great. I've left loads on the tree for the birds, so don't worry, I haven't taken all their food. But yeah, I'm gonna go inside and get this put onto the table. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Look at that sun coming in, isn't it? It's just beautiful. What a mess. Like, this is all stuff just been piled in. These are the twigs that we got on our walk. This is, I'm going to move these. These are some thistles that I got and a beautiful bunch of flowers that I'm away to go and move. I've just dried them out, so I'm going to move them. I've taken out a couple of pumpkins. These are from last year. These are just like foam pumpkins that I've covered in gold leaf, and then some plain ones. And then these are my Lynn-Bowray, I don't know how you say it, that. Pumpkins that I got a couple of years ago. They're stunning. One of them is over in the alcove as well. So I'm going to go and clear off the ivy, which is from Grace's birthday, get rid of the old foliage here. I've taken some pine cones out. These are from when we were in Monchique. These are the cones that were from there. Because my Christmas ones are still up in the loft, so handy that I had them. I'm going to remove the roses from Grace's birthday and just give this a brush up. This was actually my granny's brush. How beautiful is that? I just love the old retro brush and dustpan for your table. Yeah, she was very, very good at all her serving, and she sadly passed away before I was born. But the story that I get told all the time is if you passed your cup without your saucer, you didn't get a refill of tea. Where my table manners have come from, because my mum has passed them on to me. So I'm just going to brush that up just to make use of it, because I think it's really cool, but it's for crumbs, obviously. So I'm going to go and do that now and turn this into something a little bit more autumnal. That is it completed. I'm not sure if it comes across on here, but it just looks so good. I actually don't think it is captured as well on film. It looks really dark in here, but the colours are so vibrant, but yet dull. Like, these are a beautiful burgundy colour, and I've just scattered these leaves. These will dry, but I need to position these a little bit better. I decided to get rid of the ones that we found on our foraged walk. These ones, I ended up having them in the garden, didn't realise, and I got rid of the white berries. I've just put them in separate vases. I'll move them to other places of the house because they don't really work. I'm not sure if you remember what the summer one was like. I think I had it on my stories instead. I'll pop a picture here of what it looked like. But it just blows my mind that everything here came from the garden. I just find that amazing, and I feel so grateful that it all came from the garden. I just went out and picked it. Just amazing. I love that. I just think it's so nice. Anyway, I need to move Grace's chair. How is it so difficult to point? A chair still here from her birthday. She had that when she was sitting at the head of the table for her birthday. But that is the end of the vlog, and I will leave it there. So thank you very much for tuning in. If you are new here, I would love if you click the subscribe button. I just get so excited when I see other people have subscribed. Until next time, love you lots. Bye.